Afternoon, it's Monday, January 29, 2024. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, new Government House Chief of Staff, 5 special advisors take oath of office. Rivers PDP says defection of lawmakers to APC a loss. Federal government tackles contractor on East-West Road project. And on the foreign scene, Iran denies involvement in drone strikes that killed U.S. troops. I am Ife Chukwumoyelu with the news. The swearing-in ceremony of former lawmaker Edison Ehe as the new Government House Chief of Staff in Rivers State is ongoing at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has just administered the oath of office on Mr. Ehe. Others who are also taking their oath of office are Darlington Orji, Solomon Abel Eke, Amina Yanasam Fimperesima, Dea Bariane, and Prince Obiohia. They are being sworn in as special advisors to the governor. As you may know, Mr. Ehe, who was appointed by Governor Fubara, replaces Chidi Amadi, a loyalist of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who resigned along with some commissioners late last year. In the meantime, the spokesperson of the PDP in Rivers State, Sydney Wara, says the appointment of a new chief of staff and other positions demonstrate Governor Fubara's proactive approach and his understanding of the people's concern. He said this on Nigeria 4 FM's Morning Crossfire.
It shows the governor that is proactive, knows what he is doing. After the appointment, we equally have seen some of the things he has done right ever since he was sworn in as governor in the area of project and most especially in the area of human capital development, which was one key area he emphasized on the day he was sworn in. When the hike price came up as a result of the removal of subsidy, he immediately rolled out the free buses that are still on the street of Port Harcourt up to today to subsidize cushion the effect of hiking transportation fare.
Mr. Wara, however, said the defection of the 27 PDP lawmakers to APC is a big loss to the party.
There's an issue between the legislature and the executive. Unfortunately, we lost those legislators who were our party members. The long and short, the truth of the matter is that they are no longer members of our party. They are now members of another political party. Whichever way, the governance will go on, the legislative activity too. For us, it didn't go down well with us, and we lost such a number of members. I'm happy about it, but then, this is politics. Anything can still happen tomorrow. Things might change. Decide to come back. Even when we are not happy, we are not giving up entirely in the situation. We are still pushing on us the party.
The PDP spokesman also said the FCT minister is a father figure to the party.
Leadership, the minister assumed leadership of PDP even when he was a minister. And as a governor, there's what they call paraphernalia of office. What comes with that seat as a governor is, as a governor, you are the leader of the party. And today, Tim Fubara is the governor of Rivers. And that goes with the paraphernalia of the office. Remove this week as our leader. It's our leader, it's still our leader. In fact, he's not like a father to every one of us. That is the truth.
Yesterday, Governor Fubara admitted that the ongoing crisis in the state has been distracting. The governor said this during a special Thanksgiving service held at a church in Opobo Town, Opobo-Nkoro local government area, to celebrate his victory at the Supreme Court.
We have not been given the opportunity to do those things that we ought to do for our state. We've had a lot of distraction. But I strongly believe that while we navigate the path of peace, prayer is also needed for us to pass over this phase.
Governor Fubara, however, expressed his gratitude to God and also thanked President Tinubu for the roles he played in his Supreme Court victory.
I'm happy to return this glory to God Almighty. It's a glory to say thank you to God. Give me extra energy to continue with the battle. It is a battle, but no battle can be bigger than God. I want to thank first our dear president. He's been a great and wonderful father. He has supported, and I can say it without being economical with the truth.
In his sermon, Bishop of the Diocese of Niger Delta of the Anglican Communion, Emmanuel Okojaja, said no one man can hold the state to ransom because God is in charge. Earlier, Governor Fubara was at a separate church event at the Adoki Amesiamaka Stadium in Port Harcourt, where he was seen exchanging pleasantries with APC governorship candidate Tony Cole and Labour Party presidential candidates Peter Obi. Governor Fubara told the crowd at the 40,000-seat stadium that he was first promoted by God.
The team is not different from my story. I was promoted by God first through my party and the leaders of my party. So promotion comes from God and God alone.
The chairman of the River State Civil Society Organization, NFA George Will, says they will see through their case against the Martin Amihule-led lawmakers to its rightful conclusion. Mr. George Will said this in response to the lawmakers' decision to override the governor's objection to 4 bills in River State.
They just wish to state clearly that we agree with the reasoning of the embattled lawmakers on the 4 bills and further agree that genuine lawmakers have the right to override the governor of a state and the president in the case of the National Assembly.
Mr. George Will further criticized the lawmakers.
This is want to ask, 1, where were these embattled lawmakers when the former governor used these same laws to run a civilian dictatorship in Rivers State? 2, we are most of these lawmakers not part of those who made these obnoxious laws to embolden the former governor to state capture Rivers people. 3, is lawmaking now a political tool to fight political rivals, or it should be for proper social engineering of society? Whilst we await the embattled lawmakers to answer, we want to seize this opportunity to assure Rivers that the civil society space will pursue our matter in court against these embattled lawmakers to its logical conclusion.
Still to come, Supreme Court reserves judgment on APC suit against Adamawa governor. Stay with us.
I, High Chief Prince Odum, former minority leader, Rivers State House of Assembly, congratulates His Excellency, Governor of Rivers State,
in the appeal by the APC and its governorship candidate Aisha Dahiru, popularly called Binani, against the governor of Adamawa State, Ahmadu Fintiri. Recall that the Tribunal and Court of Appeal has dismissed Ms. Binani's petition challenging the victory of Fintiri in the governorship election held last year. The 5-member panel, led by John Okoro, adjourned the matter for judgment after listening to the arguments of the parties involved in the matter. Away from that, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has frowned at the use of substandard materials in the ongoing reconstruction work at the Eleme-Onne section of the East-West Road in River State. Ms. Umahi made this known to journalists shortly after inspecting the progress of the reconstruction work on Sunday.
My anger yesterday was that what was in place on site was something that I took out time on 23rd of December to come to that project. And so I came to check the progress of work which I was not satisfied. And then I also saw certain aspect of the work that was not good. The lumps they were placing was an excellent one, and I saw the sand. I said, no, the sand they're using to fill on top of the lumps was not a river sharp sand. We are paying for river sharp sand.
The minister expressed dissatisfaction with the pace of work.
And I've invited a contractor for a management meeting. This management meeting will spell everything about that project, the time to deliver the project, to see how we can work in 4 sections. Because if we still allow the road the way it was during the rainy season, the people will continue to suffer. I was very angry because the contractor is carrying out the job, but in a snail speed. If we allow him, even another 5 years, we will not finish that job. So we are not going to allow him. If we allow that, the moment the rain enters into that sand, it will collapse the road.
Correspondent Suebi Oruware reports that the Minister of Works also clarified that the initial design of the road was followed.
Nobody has tampered with the design of the road in terms of the carriageway, the number of lanes, and other road infrastructure. What we have tampered with is we have redesigned the road. Instead of being on asphalt, we are the one that brought in concrete to be throughout the 15 kilometers of the roads, both carriageways. And again, we have also seen the places that failed. The initial design did not carry that. So our redesign is to dig up to 1 meter and fill back with lumps 500 millimeter, sharp sand 400 millimeter.
And now to business. The president of the Association of Senior Staff of Bank, Insurance and Financial Institution, Olusoji Oluwole, has called for security agents in Nigeria to build a robust network of intelligence where citizens are unafraid to report suspicious activities. Mr. Oluwole said this while speaking on how kidnappers can be tracked in cash-based countries like Nigeria. And now to entertainment. Comedian A.Y. Meoku has submitted a petition to the Delta State Police Command concerning serious allegations made against him by a Facebook user named Agozi Samuel regarding a video circulating on social media. And out of sports, DR Congo will face Guinea in the second quarter-final fixture at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON after both sides defeated their opponent on Sunday to advance to the last 8 of the competition.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Iran has denied it was involved in the drone attack which killed 3 U.S. troops and injured 34 on a U.S. base in Jordan near the Syria border. U.S. President Joe Biden said the attack had been carried out by Iran-backed militant groups operated in Syria and Iraq. He said the U.S. will respond. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The new Government House Chief of Staff and 5 special advisors have been sworn in by Governor Fubara. The Rivers PDP says the defection of lawmakers to APC a loss. And on the foreign scene, Iran has denied it was involved in the drone attack which killed 3 U.S. troops. The news was edited by Martha Okerinkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyoli. Many thanks for listening.